This is me, using Mega Garchomp on a Sticky Web Hyper Offense team during a Pokémon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Wi-Fi battle. It was the first Mega I ever built a somewhat successful team around in singles for the ladder at the time, and the first team I was able to fully recreate in-game to use for Wi-Fi battles. Because of this, I have quite a personal history with Mega Garchomp, so when Yanagi, a top player from Japan, shared his rank 1 Mega Garchomp Sand Team with the world, I simply had to try it for myself and feature it on the channel. So today, we're going to be using this team and climb up the ladder on Pokémon Champions with the Mega that always gets clowned on for being worse than its based form. Let's see how it does. As always, if you guys want to try the team yourself, here is a Replica ID on the screen right now. There is also a Pokepaste link for Pokémon Champions in the description down below. My version of the team is ever so slightly different from the original, as I made key Pokémon like the Mega Garchomp a tiny bit faster so it gives you an edge in the mirror matchup. With widely covered and popular teams like this, you're bound to run into someone using the exact same composition on the ladder, and I personally prefer having a slight edge in this scenario as the matchup otherwise often comes down to just raw RNG. What's going on, everyone? My name is Scorpion and welcome back to Pokémon Champions! We're taking a break from the draft content and jumping right into another ladder showcase today, which I know I haven't done in a little while, and we are featuring the famous Rank 1 Mega Garchomp team, which I'm very excited to showcase on the channel, given my past experience with Mega Garchomp, so I simply had to feature it. I already got the first game loaded up here, so let's see what we've got. Looks like we've got Trick Room here with Empoleon as well, which is a bit of a unique addition. This is actually my very first time even using the team. I have not even practiced with it yet, but I honestly really like these styles of teams. So we're just going to sort of see how this goes. I think what is noteworthy about this team is that we do have Life Orb, Bug Bite, Sizzle, as you can see. So that's a really strong lead into Farigiraf. Because it bypasses Citrus Berries. So I think what I like doing here, Garchomp also looks incredible if you look at the other side. They've got multiple, like half their team is weak to ground, and we don't care about Incineroar's Intimidate. So I think this is a pretty decent matchup for us. I think we're going to go Sizzle Garchomp right off the bat. We definitely want Tyranitar, I think. And then I think fourth has to be either Basculegion or Sneasler. But given the fact that they have Rotom Wash and Sucker Punch on Mawile, I think Sneasler is actually the best here for some additional fake out pressure. So we're going to go with that. If you guys enjoyed today's video, of course, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and make sure to stay tuned for more VGC ladder showcases. There's another team, which I won't say just now, but there's another team that I also really want to feature very soon. So yeah, we're going to jump back into the ranked battles here. We'll see how many games we can do today, but they're going to go ahead and lead with Farigiraf Mawile. Okay, fine with me. Do they have Intimidate, or are they Hypercutter? That makes a difference here. Oh, Mawile. They are Intimidate. Okay. Now, Garchomp doesn't care as much about that, but Scizor obviously does. However, I do believe I can knock out this Farigiraf if I just go Bug Bite into Earth Power. I could be wrong there, but I think we can. So I think we're going to go ahead. We're going to go Mega Evolve and we're going to go Earth Power. We could very well lose Garchomp turn 1 here, but I think Mawile probably protects if anything. So we're going to attempt this. Let's go for it. They are going to withdraw Mawile into it, which is even better. So Incineroar comes back in, obviously trying to get another attack lower. Now this might prevent the us from taking out the Farigiraf, but it does mean that he's stuck on the field with these two Mons. Which actually I don't hate the position of regardless. So we're going to go ahead and Earth Power the Farigiraf here, let's see. Down to 58, which is just outside of Citrus Berry range, which is perfect. And then we're going to go for a Bug Bite. It's -2, but it's still Life Orb boosted. And we just missed the KO, but that's not the end of the world. Great switch from my opponent for sure. But this leaves Farigiraf very low, right? Alright, and Trick Room goes up. Not the end of the world, though, for sure. Obviously, we can't Bullet Punch, because they do have the Armor Tail. I don't hate the idea of going for a Double Protect here. I could also switch in Tyranitar. That will KO the Farigiraf from Sand passively here. I'm expecting Incineroar to either want to Flare Blitz into my Scizor or Parting Shot out on Garchomp. What I think I'll do here is I'm going to switch in Tyranitar here, and we're going to protect on Garchomp. That's going to be the play. Stalls out a turn of Trick Room, covers him going for Flare Blitz. If he goes for Parting Shot on Garchomp, that's even better, because that means he'll be stuck on the field. Actually, that'll be the case in both these scenarios. And this also gets us some more offensive pressure into... what is in the back? They go for Psychic onto Garchomp, perfect. And let's see what they went for with Incineroar. They go for Flare Blitz, awesome. Perfect turn for us. So T-Tar is now in 127. Incineroar could theoretically have close combat. I have seen a couple of close combat Incineroars on the ladder. It's not Life Orb though. And we're going to take off Farigiraf with the Sandstorm, which is perfect. Really, really loving Garchomp's position here though, because Garchomp, I mean, obviously they could go Mega Mawile right now. Mawile comes back in. Lowers our attack again. I think here, we're always going to want to try to, like, you know, stall out the Trick Room a little bit, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to Rock Slide here. Big emphasis on attempt. And then we have 3 turns of Trick Room to stall out. I think once we stall out Trick Room, we should be good to go. I think we're going to go Scizor here on the potential Play Rough. Farigiraf's gone now, so Bullet Punch is open back up, that possibility. Let's go ahead and do that. And then let's see if they actually attack the Garchomp slot here, if they went for the Tyranitar. If they Iron Head or Play Rough into Tyranitar, that'll be a great play from them. We do get Sneasel next turn in there potentially. They go for Play Rough, perfect. Alright, now the 74. See, Mawile is a strong Pokemon, man. This one is insane. And they go for Parting Shot on Tyranitar, which is fine. So they're going to lower our attack, they're going to go back, and we actually get to see Last Mon here, which is cool. Who do I reckon it is? It's probably Rotom Wash, if I had to guess. It is Rotom Wash, okay, cool. We still get a Rock Slide off on that, which is nice. And I believe we will be faster with that with Scizor. A nice little Rock Slide down to 78. And then I think Tyranitar at the moment is a little bit dead weight, unfortunately. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Rock Slide again. And we're just going to protect on Scizor. There we go, we're going to protect. Slowly just trying to stall out that Trick Room. The fact that we haven't lost any Mons yet is incredible. They go for Iron Head, which is fine. Great play from them. That's going to take out Tyranitar. That's fine. And then we'll see if Rotom wants to go for Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, maybe Will-O-Wisp. Goes for T-Bolt. Okay, that's fine. I will take out Scizor from this range, I think. I'm going to get some Sand Chip off on them. How many turns of Trick Room do we have left? 1, I think, right? Can it show me that? Yeah, 1 more turn of Trick Room. Okay, cool. In that case, we are definitely going to go Sneasler. 100%. And then I think what we want to be careful here what we call out. So I think we're obviously going to Fake Out. Question is into who. I think I like the idea of going for a... I'm kind of expecting Mawile to want to protect here, but it's also the last turn of Trick Room. So I think... I'm going to make a bit of a hard call out here. I think I'm going to go for a Fake Out onto Rotom. And then a Bug Bite into it as well. Expecting Mawile to want to protect. Let's see here. They don't protect on Mawile. We do get the Fake Out into Rotom though, and a Poison Touch as well, which is great. So maybe Fake Out into Mawile was the play there, but I still value the idea of attacking the thing, especially if you can Bug Bite and eat a Citrus Berry. The Iron Head into Sneasler, which is fine. That's going to take us down to Sash. Unfortunately, we are going to die to our own Sandstorm, but that gives us an opportunity to get Garchomp in next turn, which is great. So we're going to Bug Bite into Rotom here. That does a ton of damage, and we're also going to eat its Citrus Berry because of Bug Bite's effect, which is nice. Stick some Life Orb Recoil. Oh, wait, that doesn't work like that? I thought Bug Bite would let you eat the berry. Oh my god, you can't eat a berry that's already been eaten, Scorb. What are you on about? Yep, don't mind me, I'm a dunce. Right, into Garchomp. I probably sounded so stupid back then, like, oh yeah, we see Citrus Berry, of course we can eat it. Yeah, no, of course not, genius. Alright, it's going to be Incin and Mawile versus our Scizor and our Garchomp. So Garchomp's really going to be the star of the show here, I reckon. We have no reason not to protect her. Unfortunately, that does mean we won't have the Sandstorm boost. But there's no reason not to double protect here. Just because we want to be able to guard against Fake Out. And a potential double up from Mawile. Great play from them would be if they Swords Dance. But I don't know if Mawile's fit Swords Dance on their sets these days. So we're going to protect on Scizor as well. Guard ourselves from the Fake Out. What do they go into? They go into Garchomp, makes sense. And then Play Rough into it as well. Yep, okay, perfect. So now we want to be a little bit careful. I think Mawile might protect. But I think my play is always going to be to double up into it. Because Scizor can never win this game on its own. Or sorry, the Incineroar, I mean. So I think I'm going to just double up into it with Bullet Punch Earth Power. I could see Mawile protects, yep. See, I was expecting this, but at the same time, I don't really see what Incineroar can do here. Apart from maybe go for a Flare Blitz into my Scizor. But this Earth Power might still KO Mawile. I don't know if it does, actually. But if it does, then we're probably fine anyway. Which is why I wanted to make this play. That's fine. Incineroar's going to take some recoil. And now we kind of just have to hope that Earth Power is enough to kill Mawile. I'm not going to do the calc. There's no point in doing it. It is super effective, of course. I actually don't really know what Mawile's special defense stat is saying. We're going to go for Earth Power. Do we get the KO? We do. Alright, cool. That should be game over. That's why I was confident in doubling up. Because if I try to call out the Protect and then target Incineroar and then Mawile doesn't Protect, we always lose, right? So now they're going to go for Darkest Lariat. And this is where Special Mega Garchomp is really, really cool, right? It counterplays that Intimidate. And now we can just Earth Power again into Incineroar. And that means we're going to take game 1. So this is already a really great sequence of what Mega Garchomp is supposed to do. And even without the sand, we were able to stall out, even with no sand, even without us being able to kill Farigiraf on turn 1 because of that beautiful Incineroar switch from my opponent. We were still able to stall it out, and then Garchomp just won from there in the end from their ground weaknesses. And because it was special, we didn't care at all about the Intimidate. So great showcase from Garchomp turn 1, and I believe that's going to set us up to Ultra Ball. Obviously the season did just reset, so yep. As you can see, I did have a win streak with another team already a little bit, but yep. Alright, up into Ultra Ball. Nice one. Alright, see you guys in the next game. Alright, next game here we have a Delphox team, it looks like. And they also have Liepard and Gallade. Some very peculiar choices here, but I like it. Okay, so important thing to note here is that even though Tyranitar is Choice Scarf, Tyranitar is a very slow Pokemon. And one thing you need to know is that these this Tyranitar does not outspeed Pokemon from a base, I think it's 118 speed or above, if they're running max speed Timid. So the Mega Delphox is one you don't outspeed even with a Choice Scarf, so that's obviously rough. Let's see here. I feel like they're obviously just like Garchomp Delphox. I think I don't hate the generic mode of just going with Scizor... No, not Scizor, sorry. Tyranitar Garchomp here. I also don't hate Sneasler Garchomp here either, honestly. Yeah, I think I quite like that. I think I'm going to go Sneasler Garchomp. Definitely Tyranitar in the back, and then I think Basculegion has to be the 4th here. Just because of its good matchup into Delphox. And I also quite like it into the likes of Gallade. So I think that's going to be what we go for here. If you're enjoying the video so far, please do remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I upload competitive Pokemon content on Champions every week, so it helps a lot if you want to stay up to date with my latest uploads, while also greatly supporting the channel. Appreciate your time, and let's get back to the video. Alright, let's see what they're going to go ahead and lead with here. I'm expecting Garchomp Delphox, but any other combination I think should also be fine. It is going to be Garchomp Rotom, in fact. Okay, that's also perfectly fine with me. So we're going to go ahead and lead with our Sneasler and Garchomp here. Obvious play for me would be to fake out and then Draco into their Garchomp, but I feel like they might read that. My Garchomp is EV'd to always take a Dragon Claw from opposing Garchomp, even if it's Life Orb, after we Mega Evolve. So I think what I like doing here is it's tough, right? Because I really want to expect... I really want to call out their Protect on Garchomp, so I think I will. I think I'm going to fake out into you. At the same time, I'm not too threatened by anything Rotom wants to do necessarily here. Alright, let's do it. Let's go fake out into Garchomp. Quick. Mega Evolve, Draco, boom. Okay, let's see if we can do this. So we're gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve. If Garchomp does Protect and Rotom gets to attack, the worst I think they can do is probably like Will-O-Wisp into my Sneasler. But even then, we can probably live through that, right? Yeah, Garchomp protects. Man, I should really... wait, does Rotom also protect? No, they didn't. Okay, I should really start committing to my own reads like that, but hey, it's fine, right? This is what happens when you're not, you know, the Wolf Glix or the Aaron Cybertron Zangs of the world here. They did Will-O-Wisp. Oh, they did Will-O-Wisp with the Garchomp. Okay, that's fine. This is what happens when you know what your opponent is going to do, but you still just have, like... You just don't have the sheer willpower and commitment to actually commit to those plays. Okay, here, I've just shown my hand of what I'm trying to do here. I think I'm going to Poison Jab into Rotom this turn. And then, I also kind of like you just join for Draco as well. I also don't hate the idea of just protecting on my Sneasler. I think I might do that, actually. I think I'm going to protect you. What do I have in the back? Do they have easy switch-ins to Draco? Not really. I guess they could go Sylveon. Sylveon would be powerful, but Sylveon's not great with Sneasler on the field still. So I think I'm comfortable making this play. Especially if they, again, get cocky and think Dragon Claw just knocks them out here anyway. Alright, we're going to protect on Sneasler here. They did stay in with Garchomp, it looks like. Did they go for Dragon Claw? Maybe they doubled up into me. We actually outspeed them first here, which is very peculiar. That's a very, very slow Garchomp, very bulky. But Draco gets the Oko. Nice. And again, because Mega Garchomp is so uncommon, we pretty much, like, we just don't care about the burn from Rotom at all. So let's see if Rotom goes for a Willis one Sneasler here. Goes for Hydro Pump. Alright, great play. So they did actually double up into me. But luckily we were faster. So, again, I'm not sure what that Garchomp was built. Maybe it's really, really bulky. We are running a lot of speed on this Mega Garchomp. So maybe they were just, like, some kind of really, really bulky Garchomp variant themselves. Now, the cool thing about this position, right, is that because we have Sneasel next to Garchomp, the obvious Sylveon answer is not as free here. So we actually do see Delphox come out instead, which is fine. But if they had Sylveon on the back, it's not as easy to bring out there, right? Which is actually really cool. I think in this scenario, I am going to... Garchomp is at -2, obviously. I think what I like doing here is I like going for a Poison Jab into Rotom. Switch into Tyranitar here. I want to preserve Garchomp for a little bit. And I could think I could see a Psychic coming that way. I could also see a Hydro Pump coming this way. That's also not the end of the world necessarily. So let's go for that. I'm going to keep Garchomp around a little bit longer. It's still very, very useful in Tyranitar Sand potentially here later. So I'm going to switch that in. We are unfortunately going to break our own Sash with this, which is definitely something you have to be mindful of when using this team. I value damage on Rotom more than I value damage on Delphox, which is why I go for this Poison Jab. If they Psychic into me, I'll still live and get the Poison Jab off before I die, and Delphox protect. Okay, that's best case scenario. Cool. We're going to Poison Jab into you. 51% chance to poison, I'm pretty sure. We also get it down to half. There's the poison. And what did they go for? Did they go for Will-O-Wisp? They go for Hydro Pump, right? That's perfect. That's perfect. So we still have the special defense boost, right? So this is still fine. There we go. Again, we do not outspeed Delphox here, but if they are just the standard sub-Encore... Not Encore, sorry. If they are just the standard sub-Protect, Heat Wave, Psychic, then they can't KO my Tyranitar anyway. So... Here... My Sneasler is kind of tough to use here. I've also seen a Delphox recently with Dazzling Gleam. We know we outspeed Rotom. I think I'm going to Protect on Sneasler. Sneasler's kind of unfortunate to use here. We could also just Poison Jab into it. You know what? I'm just going to Poison Jab into you. And then we will Rock Slide. I think that's the best thing we can do here. They go for Side Shock, that's fine. I didn't want to switch anything else in the back in there. And then Rock Slide... Will it get a double knockout here? Potentially. I can very much see that happening here. We go for Rock Slide. We don't miss on either target. Beautiful. Double knockout. Made Scarf Tyranitar MVP. Awesome. And then we can still reposition Garchomp next to it because there's still one more Pokemon in the back. Absolutely beautiful positioning there, I think. Rotom goes down. Double knockout from Tyranitar. You love to see it. Maybe Beardo. I meant to name this Tyranitar after Beardo, actually. But hey, he's here in spirit. My good friend and fellow owner of Battle Hub Draft League. And unfortunately, we don't even get to bring out Garchomp because they forfeit. Oh, well, Scarf Tyranitar showcase, everyone. I think, again, really goes to show just how powerful the surprise factor is. Like, obviously, this team is quite popular on Ladder. So there are going to be a couple of people that, especially once they see this team composition, they're going to know that it's special Mega Garchomp. But that's not, like, that's far going to be the case from everyone, right? And you could really see in this case, the surprise factor of it being special Mega Garchomp meant that it wasted a turn going for Will-O-Wisp on, with Rotom Wash onto our Garchomp. And that just, like, that one turn alone actually arguably set us pretty far ahead. So, good stuff. Alright, next game here, and we are facing a Sand Core, which I absolutely recognize. I believe this is a team that also performed really, really well in a tournament recently. So this is a tough matchup, because this Mega Staraptor is, at least from my experience playing with the team, or like seeing the team around, a very, very rough one, right? So, what do we want to do here? I think... Against Staraptor, you always want to bring Corviknight. Mega Garchomp does look incredible, though, in this matchup. We just have to be mindful about Milotic, because I believe that Milotic is especially defensive on that team. So let's be mindful of that. And then I think... I think Tyranitar is still good, our own Tyranitar. We could also leave it, but that means we don't have any sand. We definitely want Basculegion, that's 100% for sure. It's just about +1, like who's the 4th? I like Sneasler here. It's kind of dead weight against a Golden Go though. T-Tar gives us Sand even if they don't bring T-Tar. And then Scizor gives us Bullet Punch, which could be clutch late game. I think I'm still going to go T-Tar. I think T-Tar could be helpful. Especially because I do really want Sand, and because they probably commit to Mega Staraptor mode, I definitely think there's a world in which they don't bring Tyranitar, because I believe that Tyranitar is also Mega. I believe that's like a dual Mega team. So let's bring our own still. Alright, see if we can keep up the win streak. Knock on wood. And they're going to go ahead and lead with Golden Go Staraptor. Yep, okay, perfect. So this is why you want to lead Corviknight into Staraptor, because we're going to get the Mirror Armor off on it. And obviously we don't care about Garchomp being intimidated itself. Perfect. I think here, play is always going to be to Tailwind. And I think I'm going to Protect first on Garchomp. You can also Earth Power into Golden Go. But I think Garchomp is more of a target for them than Corviknight is. I think I'm going to Protect first. Yeah, they Mega Evolve their Staraptor. Ideal world is that they make it rain close combat into Garchomp here, because then we'll get -2 special attack on them, and then also deny the defense boost. Let's protect Garchomp here first. I chose not to Mega Evolve just to keep it as a surprise factor if they don't know this team. But they Tailwind themselves, which is great, a great play. So we're just going to match Tailwinds, which is still okay, honestly. And Golden Go is for Nasty Plot. Great play. Perfect turn 1 from my opponent. However, I still think we're not in the worst position here. We're going to go and Tailwind here ourselves. And I think we should still be faster, so what we're going to go and do is we're going to go ahead and Brave Bird into the Staraptor. And we're going to Mega Evolve Earth Power into Golden Go. Their Nasty Plot, by the way, was super greedy, because we could have just gone for an Earth Power and just taken them out there. But my guess is that they knew we were going to protect, which is a great play, honestly, respect. So let's see if we can actually do this here. They go for close combat into Garchomp, yep, as expected. Shouldn't take us out. Nope, down to 48. That was a crit, actually. Wow, okay. So they get the defense raises. We should outspeed their Golden Go. We do. Perfect. Does this kill for full is my question. It doesn't quite, so Make of Rain is going to do a lot here, presumably. Are they Life Orb? They Shadow Ball into Garchomp. Okay, so Garchomp goes down, unfortunately. Other potential play could have been to switch T-Tar in there. But, see, are they Life Orb? Okay, so they're at least going to go, well, almost go down to their Life Orb. I feel like Life Orb should always do 10%, so I kind of feel like I've been scammed here. So, Game Freak, I would like 1 Garchomp death delete for my record, please. We are going to get some leftovers recovery here. And then, so we have 2 strong options here. I think Basculegion has to be the play, though, right? There's also ones which we go T-Tar. And then swap back out into Basculegion. Well, I mean, Golden Go's not going to take Sand Chip. I think it has to be Basculegion still. There we go. Now then. Aqua Jet is super obvious. I think I actually like the idea of going for a Protect on Corviknight here. And then... Is Golden Go going to Protect is the question. Because the Aqua Jet is super obvious. I kind of want to Wave Crash into the Staraptor here. I'm actually going to do that. I'm actually going to do that, expecting Golden Go to maybe want to Protect. Maybe they want to like Protect and then close combat into Corviknight here. I'm going to try and make a bit of a read. I know my reads are not like famous for working, but it just makes sense to me, right? Like Aqua Jet just seems super obvious with something that's 1 HP. So, let's see if this works out. They're actually going to withdraw Staraptor here. And they're going to go into the Sinistcha. Okay, well, that didn't work out. I think Aqua Jet probably still KO'd from there. Okay, but Golden Go still protect. Okay, so we still get at least get that Wave Crash off, which is cool. The only issue now is I don't know if we can take that Golden Go out. Great play from my opponent. So they're playing super, super well. We still at least like chose the right target. I think we both still have 1 turn of Tailwind, right? Or do they peter out this turn? No, we both still have 1 turn of Tailwind. I wish I had my damage calc up. Does Aqua Jet KO Golden Go? I mean, we are adaptability. But I believe Rage Powder goes before Aqua Jet anyway, right? So I think I'm going to Brave Bird into you. and then protect. I think that's my play here. So protect Basculegion. If they go for Shadow Ball into Golden Go, then they, you know, you got me. They don't go for Shadow Ball into Golden Go. Wow, I'm getting outplayed here, folks. We do still live that, though, which is great. And that puts them back in range of Aqua Jet, I believe. Go for a Brave Bird here. Into Sinistcha. Almost takes it out, which is great. We just about live. Do we live the Matcha Gacha here? I don't think so, right? We're literally 4 HP. Nope, we don't. Honestly, yeah, phenomenally played by my opponent. I really thought they would Rage Powder there, but I guess not. Get a whopping 1% of HP back. Both of our Tailwinds are going to peter out. The matchup has just become a lot more difficult without Corviknight here. But we have T-Tar. I think a T-Tar Rock Slide should kill both of these mons from here. So let's go for it. And then... So it's a 4v2, but it's still very winnable, right? Especially because our Basculegion is now powered up. And then I think I'm going to just Last Respects into Golden Go, just in case they Rage Powder to absorb the Aqua Jet. Yeah, they do Rage Powder. Okay, so Tyranitar should go before Basculegion here. Hopefully we don't miss... Oh, please don't miss the... What do we miss? I can't tell with the nicknames. Okay, we missed Golden Go. Okay, that might end up being disastrous, because my Basculegion is a little bit slower. Does Golden Go move before we do? Okay, it doesn't. Okay, good. Phew. If their Golden Go was max speed timid, I believe they might outpace us there, and that would have been disastrous, but luckily they were bulky, so it's okay. Alright, this means this is still very winnable. Staraptor's in the back, and so is a 4th unrevealed Pokemon. And it's going to be the Milotic. Okay. So Staraptor in. Now, unfortunately, Tyranitar obviously can't protect here. I think my play... So, does Staraptor protect here? I really want to Rock Slide and then Aqua Jet. What's the worst that could happen if Milotic gets to attack? If they protect? Because if Staraptor protects, then the play is Rock Slide, Last Respect into Milotic. But at the same time, I feel like... I feel like I Aqua Jet into it. I feel like that's the play. We should still outspeed it. Staraptor doesn't protect. Okay, good. So we Aqua Jet and then Rock Slide. I think hopefully finishes it off at 25. We don't miss. Perfect. Cool. Okay. Down goes Staraptor. We made the right play. Cool. And I don't think Milotic is capable of winning this 2v1. They go for Icy Wind. That's fine. And now we could just Last Respect and Rock Slide Flinch spam. So I think we managed to preserve the right Pokemon here. Are they leftovers? No. Okay. Alright, now we Rock Slide again. I think this game is pretty much over. And now we Last Respect into Milotic, which is going to be 150 base power. Yep, it is. And then they just forfeit. Alright, cool. So even though we were down 4-2 in this game and Garchomp got taken out early, I think a couple of calls mid-game and also having the speed advantage over that Golden Go did actually manage to secure the last Pokemon. And Basculegion was super, super key in this one. So just in case anyone actually tries this team themselves, if you run into Mega Staraptor, which is a rough matchup, please, for Christ's sake, also bring that Basculegion, because it also lets you swap in mid-game into something that they're targeting with close combat, so you can prevent the defense races, right? And then get an unexpected KO on it. But yeah, good stuff. Let's get to the next game. Alright, next game here. What on earth am I facing here? We see a Conkeldurr on that side, Whimsicott, Mousehold, and also presumably the duo of Raichu. Actually, do you reckon it's Mega Raichu X on that team? Because, like, if it's Mega Raichu Y, then they've got, like, almost all special attackers. I mean, it could be. Raichu Y is definitely the more common one. Okay, so what do we do here? Looks to me more of like a sort of protect the setup Pokemon team potentially here. I don't hate the like tried and truth of T-Tar Garchomp here, truth be told. I also kind of like the idea of Sneasler Garchomp once again, because it works a little bit better into Whimsicott. I think we'll go Sneasler, Garchomp, Tyranitar +1. Oh, that's Scizor or Basculegion here. I like Basculegion for last respects. I like Scizor for the priority. Let's go Basculegion. I think Basculegion with last respect and potential. We also still have the Aqua Jet. I think if they commit to Mega Blastoise mode, I think Scizor becomes a lot worse. So I think this way we kind of always have something that helps us out here. It's going to be Whimsicott Raichu. Okay. In that case, I'm glad I went with the Sneasler Garchomp mode. This works out fine. Now, obviously, if they are Raichu White, then they'll get to fake out before we can fake them out. But that's so it is a bit tough next to a Whimsicott because I could just Encore's into Protect. I think I'm going to Poison Jab the Whimsicott, Mega, just Earth Power Raichu. Yeah, I think it's a good play. We just don't want to go for anything that we can get Encored into, and I don't foresee either of our Pokemon really being in danger of getting O-Code here, necessarily. They also didn't Mega Evolve their Raichu, it looks like. Unless they're just super, super slow. Raichu protects, that's fine. What did Whimsicott go for? Tailwind? An attacking move, looks like. Probably Moonblast if I had to guess. Which would be fine. We go for a Poison Jab, high chance of poisoning. Did we get it? Come on, cheeky poison. Bliss? Yes? No? Yes? No. Alright, they're Moonblast into Garchomp, that's fine. That's quite a lot. I think here... We're going to Earth Power into Raichu, it's not going to work, obviously. I think here, knowing that they can KO our Garchomp before, I think what I actually want to do is I want to Poison Jab... No, I want to Close Combat the Raichu, and then switch Titar in. That'll get us the KO on Whimsicott with the Sandstorm, and it'll still let us get some chip off on Raichu, potentially even knock it out. We know it's not Sash. It probably is withholding a Megastone actually, because they just protected, right? So they probably will Mega Evolve this turn. So Sandstorm, it is Mega Raichu. Okay, cool. We do still take a Zap Cannon on Sneasler, so we're just hoping we don't get. We're just hoping for like not a full para really. Let's see what they go for here. They go for Tailwind, that's fine. And presumably Zap Cannon into the Sneasler slot? Maybe? Volt Switch, okay. Whatever comes in there, still gonna have to switch in on a close combat, so... I don't remember exactly what they had in the back. Volt Switch Mega Raichu is an interesting one, actually. I don't see that one very often. But Tailwind doesn't really do much here. I mean, it kind of negates Scarf Tyranitar a bit, but most of their Pokemon were faster than ours anyway. And Mawile, right? That's not what you want to switch into a close combat, so I'm glad that did that. Are they Chople? They're not Chople. Alright. Oh, see you later, Mawile. Goodbye. We know you're not Focus Sash because we saw it on the Whimsicott, so that's a double down. Awesome. And then the Whimsicott should die to the Sandstorm. Isn't one of Whimsicott's hidden abilities Overcoat? Or like one of its other abilities? Imagine how funny that would be. Like Overcoat Whimsicott instead of Prankster. Just for this specific interaction. There's, I swear on, I'm predicting the future. Someone's going to do that one day and win the World Championships with it. Overcoat Whimsicott. Alright, Blastoise comes in. And the fourth Pokemon is going to be, of course, Raichu. Now then, we know that it's not going to be Mega Blastoise at least, because the Raichu was the one that Mega Evolved. I think we're going to Protect on Sneasler here. And then, do we want to Knock Off or do we want to Rock Slide? They could just Focus Blast into Titar. If they do, it's not a huge deal. How many turns of Tailwind did they have left? Probably 3, right? Yeah. Just still got quite a lot of Tailwind to stall out here, unfortunately. I think I like keeping Sneasler in the back for Fake Out, actually. So I think I'm going to go Garchomp here. And I guess let's just Rock Slide. I don't really see a reason not to. My only question is, what's this Blastoise going to do, really? Focus Blast, okay, that's fine. Kind of saw that coming. Alright, goodbye. What does Blastoise do here is the question. Titar goes down. Blastoise goes for a... Oh, it still has Water Spout. Okay, so it is a dual Mega Team, and they're just flexing the Blastoise as a normal Pokemon. Alright. Yeah, we're in a bit of a bind here because of that Tailwind, as they have both their offensive Pokemon on the field. Is this still winnable? Let's go Sneasler here, and then Basculegion. I don't think Blastoise really does much to Basculegion, because even though they commonly run Dark Pulse, we're talking regular Blastoise here, right? So it doesn't even have... it doesn't even have Mega Launcher. So I think what I want to do here is I want to fake out Raichu. And... I mean, Raichu probably protects. No, but I can't afford to lose Basculegion here. So I'm going to fake out here. Fake out you. And then attempt to last respect into Blastoise, I think. Actually, we're behind. Okay, do you know what? Hard read. I think Raichu protects. Let's try this. Come on. Yep. Okay. Cool. Unless they double protected, which is also very possible. But yeah, they double protected. Damn it! I was really hoping Blastoise would attempt to snap the KO on Basculegion. See, the problem is if we stall out their Tailwind, then that's all well and good for Blastoise, but Raichu will still outspeed both of our mons is the issue here. So we're gonna have to play this very carefully. So let's see. So Sandstorm is... Tailwind's gonna run out in one more turn. We're gonna have to double protect here ourselves, just to stall that out, just so at least we can outspeed Blastoise with Sneasler. And then what we have to do is we have to somehow have the last 1v1 be Basculegion against Blastoise, because then I think we can win. Because we have a Citrus Berry, and last respects will be 150 base power, or even 200, so we'll definitely win that exchange. So Zap Cannon into Basculegion, okay. And they go for... Oh, they go for Shell Smash, they got me. Oh, they got me. That's a super aggressive Shell Smash. Wow, okay, that's an outplay of the century. Tailwind Peter's out. Yeah, okay. In that case, play was to protect Basculegion, close combat Blastoise, but now I don't think. Now I think we lose guaranteed. Is there any way out? We close combat into Blastoise here, and then... No, there's no way. We're not on Burden, obviously. Yeah. I think... Okay. Hold up. Close combat, you, and then attempt to double protect. I think that's my play. Because that way we can potentially still get the same scenario. And if they target if they target Sneasler with Mega Raichu, then it's over. Alright, it fails. Let's see if we would have theoretically gotten that. Okay, they'll go for Water Spout. Yep, no, that's Jover. Really well played from them, honestly. If they didn't go for that Shell Smash, I think we might have won still. Yeah, they played this super well. I'm wondering here, like, what could I have done differently here? Because we got an early lead, but then their Tailwind with their attackers was just set up perfectly here, really. I think maybe we could have, like, switched Garchomp in. Or sorry, switched Garchomp out earlier, or maybe, like, led with Sizzle and keep Garchomp in the back, because Garchomp always has a good matchup into Raichu Y, right? So maybe that's a good example of a scenario where you shouldn't lead Garchomp. But yeah, that's an interesting one to think about. Alright, well, combo them all, I guess. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, we're going to end the video with a classic Mega Charizard Y matchup, which this team should have a good matchup against. I'm going to say the keyword should, because y'all don't know the score difference. I somehow managed to lose even the most unwinnable or unlosable matchups. But I swear down, in particular, against Rain, you could literally give me like the best anti-Rain team in the world, and I would still mess it up if I played against the Rain team. But that aside, what is the play here? I think into Charizard teams, I think the go-to is just like T-Tar's Garchomp here. And then I think Scizor is really, really valuable into the likes of Farigiraf and Sylveon. So I think we're going to bring that. It's also really good into Aerodactyl. And then fourth is Flexible. Basculegion gives me Last Respects. Corviknight gives me Tailwind, but it's really weak into Charizard. Sneasler gives me Fake Out. I think it's gonna be... This is tough. I always really struggle with this. Like, this team is this team's strength and flexibility is arguably a weakness because I just sometimes just don't know what to go for. Let's go Corviknight. Let's go double steal. I think we have enough Zard answers to the point where I think another like switch into their Garchomp is helpful. And this also helps us quite a bit against the likes of Incineroar because we can bounce back Intimidate and Sylveon as well, right? So let's go with this. They actually lead Aerodactyl and Garchomp, which I think is perfect for us. As we're going to go ahead and lead T-Tar Garchomp here. So obviously we don't outspeed Aerodactyl with T-Tar, but that's still okay. We're going to go ahead and Rock Slide here for sure. And then we're going to go ahead, Mega Evolve and Power Gem onto the Aerodactyl. I think that's going to be my play here always. I could see them going for Wide Guard, Mega, and something else. But that's risky, I think. Because we're going to go ahead and Mega Evolve our Garchomp. It looks like they didn't Mega Evolve their Charizard, which is actually ideal for us, I think. Usually these teams have Mega Aerodactyl, so they're not going to have Focus Sash, I think. Charizard protects, yep, perfect. So I think we'll be able to knock out Aerodactyl this turn. They'll go for Tailwind, which is fine. We're going to Rock Slide. Obviously not going to work on Charizard, but we will get the Rock Slide off on Aerodactyl. Perfect. Oh, it is Focus Sash, actually. Right? Oh, I'm surprised. These compositions are usually like Mega on both and then you flex them, but I guess not. Alright. Then we're going to go on Power Gem, we're going to take it out. Cool. Made the right play there, I think. So they got Tailwind up, but we also immediately go for a 3-4 lead. That's incredible. Charizard takes some chip. Does mean we have to be mindful now, though, because the... Alright, Incineroar comes in, which is fine. I think here, I don't want them to double up into T-Tar with, like, Protect and then... I wish I brought Basket Legion now. Let's see, I think I'm going to make the Corviknight play. And then Protect on Garchomp here. I could also just Power Gem into it. Is there whatever just stay in? No, I think I want to keep T-Tar around. I think we're gonna go. Corviknight and we're gonna Protect. There we go. Let's switch you out into Corv. Charizard Mega Evolves this turn. We've shown them Power Gem, right? So I also think there's a very real world in which they can't attack T-Tar here out of fear of getting bulked by Power Gem. So they just like try to double up in the Garchomp. Let's Protect here. This also bounces back a potential parting shot, which is cool. They fake out? Yeah, okay, cool. Perfect. And then they went for... They still went for the Solar Beam. Into who? Could see it being into both. Into Corviknight, alright, perfect. X4 resisted, beautiful. Some leftovers recovery. 2 more turns of Tailwind, I think, right? Yep. I think this is going to be a switch back into T-Tar. And... I think we're going to try to Power Gem into Charizard here. Could also Earth Power into Incin. But I think I like the idea of potentially taking out Charizard more. So let's go for that. You can really see how much pressure Garchomp is applying here, right? They're going to go into Sylveon, which is fine. You can really see how much pressure Garchomp is applying here, because it's just like, it really is just like threatening KOs left and right, which is incredible. So great play from them. I really wish I Earth Powered into Incin now, but it's still fine. They're going to Parting Shot, which is cool. And I think they're going to be forced to go back into Charizard. So this actually played out perfectly for my opponent. Yep, Charizard goes back in, that resets the sand. So now we're actually in a really, really bad position. But we can protect it, stall out one more turn of Tailwind, which is cool. A little bit of chip off on that. And then I don't think Sylveon ever KOs T-Tar from full unless they Hyper Beam. I think we're going to switch in Corviknight, and I think we're going to Protect. Just to stall out that last turn of Tailwind. Aerodactyl's gone, so they can't get it back up anymore. And the amount of pressure that Garchomp is exerting here honestly is incredible. I could see them going for a Heat Wave Hyper Voice as well. But I think as long as Garchomp is around, we can win this game. We just need to be mindful of Sylveon. Let's withdraw T-Tar into Corviknight. Perfect. Charizard protects, which is beautiful. Ideal world would be Sylveon Hyper Voices into Garchomp here. Oh, sorry, Hyper Beams and went to one of the slots. Hyper Voice, okay, cool. It's fine. Alright. Perfect. Now, this is where it gets a bit interesting. Because we can Power Gem the Charizard. Now this is complicated. I think if I Iron Head into you, that should be okay. And then I think we can switch Scizor in. This is really bad if they stay in with Charizard. What is it? This is complicated. I think we have to go Tyranitar here. I'm really struggling, like, putting out my thought process at the same time. It's kind of like we have to get a lot of calls correctly here, because we threaten KOs on them, but they also threaten KOs on us. Yeah, that's right, it's Pokemon, right? Charizard goes for Heat Wave. We should live that now without the sun. Yeah, we do. Perfect. That's kind of what I was hoping for. And hopefully, I think Corviknight hopefully gets this. Oh, we don't get the Hyper Voice off. Ah, that's really tough. I was really hoping Corviknight would outspeed the Sylveon there, but because we are faster with the base speed. Is there a better play there? Sylveon's Life Orb. You reckon he will have Quick Attack as well? Alright. Now... Is it Garchomp or is it Scizor here? I think it has to be Scizor. Yes. We have to pressure that Sylveon. Okay. Now, I think... What would be their play if we Bullet Punch Rock Slide? They can protect Charizard, switch Incin in. That way we still get Rock Slide chip off on it. I think that's the play. Yep. Okay, they actually withdraw the Charizard slot, which is also fine. Instinct comes in, but I don't think Sylveon lives... Let's see, does it protect? They detect, yeah. My opponent's playing this perfectly, dude. I don't really know... Even if I know what's coming, I don't really know how to counter it. But I think this Rock Slide's still going to hurt a lot. They will have Fake Out pressure into his next turn. There we go. Does 60 to Incineroar, which is pretty cool. Well, down to 60. Both of them take Sandstorm's chip. I could switch Zard back in as well. I'm almost tempted to Bullet Punch. I think I have to protect on Scizor here. And Rock Slide again. Scizor protected in switch, it looks like, which is good. They Fake Out into Tyranitar. And they go for Quick Attack, okay. So they just probably Quick Attack Flare Blitz then. I think this was very winnable. We just keep getting read like a book every single turn. There's Flare Blitz, cool. Fake Out pressure is gone. It's now a 3v2, but it's still very winnable because we still have our most important piece, right? Which is Garchomp. So into Garchomp here. I think my play here is always going to be to Bullet Punch into you. And then Power Gem the Incineroar. Or we can Earth Power it as well. Because Power Gem would cover for the switch. I don't know if he would switch into that here. Yeah, let's go for this. They do a withdraw, which is fine. Charizard comes in. Means that the sun is gone. Or the sand, sorry. But I think Earth Power should still KO here. We're gonna get some Bullet Punch chip, and then I think we'll be able to KO the Incineroar before it gets to move. But if it doesn't, we probably just lose. Come on, Garchomp, KO this Incineroar for me. This is a big moment. Yes, we killed Incineroar. Whew. Okay, that was the big turn there. That was the big turn. So now Sylveon gets to come back out. And then I think this should be Power Gem into... Power Gem into Charizard and then Bullet Punch into Sylveon. Alright, we're gonna go for Bullet Punch. Alright, they don't go for it, and we need to take out the Sylveon. Yeah, that was... My god, that was a big game of 50-50s there. We do take out Sylveon finally. And this is exactly why you want to pair Scizor with Garchomp, because Sylveon is easily one of the biggest threats to special Mega Garchomp. I think Charizard will get to outspeed us here. Oh, no, it doesn't. Alright, in that case, there was no 50-50 there. And we take out Garchomp and we take that game. I think my opponent honestly played that incredible, but even despite that, our team was good enough with the matchup to the point where we could actually get it done. So, I hope you guys didn't mind me taking forever to make my moves every single turn, but it's just like... my opponent was honestly playing better than me, so I really had to like try and make the correct calls near the end. Alright, that's going to be all I have time for this one, guys. If you did enjoy the video, do be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications for more VGC ranked showcases coming your way like this one very, very soon. Be sure to also check the playlist in the description down below for more videos like this one, or the draft league we go going on every single week as well. With that being said, I want to thank you all for watching, have a great rest of your day, and peace out.